is my
unboxing
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Dark
My rifle
Imperium
is my best friend. It is my life. I must
8th
master it
edition.
as I must master my life. Without
8th
me,
edition.
my rifle is useless.
Hey guys, I'm back. Did you miss me? Did you know I was even gone? That's the big question. Anyway, I have just been on holiday. I am now back and back to a wonderful delivery at work of all my 8th edition goodness. And although I am completely and utterly late to the party, just a quick scan of YouTube can, to make testament of that, I guess. There are pages and pages and pages of unboxing videos of the new Dark Imperium. But as the opening part of this video says, this is my one. There are many like it, but this one's going to be mine. So if you haven't already got completely and utterly bored over the last 4 days of watching people unboxing all their good stuff, or you've got it yourself and you don't care, then feel free to turn off. But in the meantime, I'm going to be running through my unboxing, what I've picked up from Games Workshop, or from my local gaming store, as it were, rather than Games Workshop, because I'm a bit tight. I wanted a bit of discount. But yeah, this is my haul. So as you can see from this picture then, I've picked up the Imperial Armour books, the two ones that were available on launch day, the 5 indexes from Games Workshop, the large box of Dark Imperium itself, objectives, tactical cards, dice and all that good stuff, and Forge World very nicely sent me a free badge, and that's always the important part, right? So whilst I was on the Forge World website ordering those Imperial Armour books, I thought, you know what, I don't want to pay for your disgusting postage at 12%, so what I will do is buy 3 Xiphon fighters to go with it, just to make me feel better. So that's what those white boxes are. It's 3 of the same. There is an air wing type detachment in the game, so I should be adding these 3 bad boys to that. In the meantime, yeah, just showing the command dice that I've picked up, the wound counters. Haven't really had a good look at these yet. I've literally just got in from work and you know, straight into the boxes, straight onto the video, and just to see what it is I've picked up. I'll be going into a bit more detail probably in some later videos as I assemble and paint and review what the contents are and so on. But in the meantime, yeah, this is just sort of focusing on what's been picked up. So I've also picked up those new objectives. They do look rather nice. I do like fancy objectives rather than coins or goblins or hobbits or something on the tabletop. Looking forward to going through the indexes, certainly those Forge World ones. I'm a big Forge World fanatic. I do like to run Storm Eagles and Spartans in my armies, certainly my Imperial Fists, much to some of my friends' dismay. They're not overly keen, but you know. Yeah, so I've picked up all 5 of these stopgap indexes, waiting on the full codex release. But I do have armies that span all of these books, so I've not just bought them for the sake of it, although I do like to have a complete collection. But I do have armies of Chaos, Necrons, several Space Marines, some... yeah, just pretty much, well, Eldar as well, but pretty much, yeah, armies across those 5 books, so it will give me a chance to explore and have a play with a few different variations and see where we get to, and yeah, and start fitting in and playing some games and getting used to the new rules. But yeah, here's the Forge World Xiphon Fighter. Yep, 3 of those, looking forward to doing those and making them look super pretty. But moving on, what's actually in the Dark Imperium box, as if you don't know already. As you can see, I've not even taken the cellophane off. That's how keen I was to get home, and in this baking heat at the moment we've got in the UK, it's disgustingly hot. The world is melting. I think the currency in the UK at the moment is pims, and we are importing wind from other countries. That's how horrifically hot it is at the moment. But yeah, literally just got in, and yeah, so cellophane off, and let's crack into the box. Having physically not touched the set anywhere else other than my house, the packaging is really cool. I do like the way it's laid out. I think Normally it used to be with the red sticks and dice and bases, it just used to all be thrown in and piled up. But the layout is pretty good. You've got this sort of centre bit with all the documentation, the new rulebook, the transfers and so on, which is good. And then under each little flappy wing on the left and right is where the dice are, the bases are, this weird little ruler thing which looks utterly pointless, but you know, it came in the box. Bases, the flying stems for the intercessors. Intercessors. They're not interceptors, are they? As a few people keep pointing out and making videos on, they are the new little jump pack dudes. Those bases are looking a bit rubbish though. Might have to do some work on that. But yeah, so the layout is pretty good, and then in this nice little box here that has a lovely little purity seal on it is all the plastic goodness. So once the seal is broken, it's just get in there and have a look at the sprues just in a bit of basic detail here. So obviously it's packed through with frames, some which are for the Imperium, some of which are for the Death Guard. And just having a look through there, the nice one there, the Fetid Bloat Drone and the Lord of Contagion on that one sprue. Some bubble wrap. There's frames with the Death Guard characters on, the couple of duplicate sprues which are the Pox Walkers, and yeah, that's the contents. So quite well laid out, I think. So we'll just quickly look at the Primaris Space Marine sprue here. So this is one that's got the ancient banner on it. The models are split across the multiple frames, but they are sort of in zone sections from what I can tell just at this brief glimpse. So all the models, all the parts for one model are in sort of one corner or the same part of the frame as it were. So it should be nice and easy to find. And from the quick scan of the instructions I've already looked at, yeah, everything's labelled by frame number and then part number, so it's dead easy to find. So another part of the Primaris Marines here, so this has got the, you can see quite clearly one of the jump packs on there, which is nice and easy, and then, you know, part of the rest of the Marines with the lieutenants on and so on. So nice and looks like a nice easy build. They're not quite plug and play kind of you know, snap fit type models. There is a little bit of variation to them, not a huge amount. Be interesting to see whether some of those lugs can be cut and you can reposition slightly. I know a lot of people already have started converting them to Space Wolves and to Dark Angels and so on. So there's obviously some good areas for customization and yeah, conversion. So those are the rest of the sprues for the Death Guard. As I said, that's the large one with the Fetid Bloat Drone on it and the Lord of Contagion from what I can tell. So yeah, the sprues and the looking pretty good. Lots of good detail on there just from that brief inspection that I've already had. So on top of that then we have obviously the big rulebook, and this is the bit that's going to be providing my reading delight over the next couple of days as I get to grips with the new edition. Obviously through my videos and watching Warhammer TV and the community pages, I'm fairly clued up about most of it. But there's obviously going to be a lot of extra detail, especially with the additional rules for buildings and ruins and flyers and all that kind of stuff that's not really been covered in detail. So I'm looking forward to you know, ignoring the fluff for a little bit, although the story has moved on. I have now recently read all of the recent publications with the rising of Roboute Guilliman, and basically he's a Ynnari puppet, in case you haven't read. But yeah, moving back to the box set, so we have this little core rule primer. This is the bit that was allegedly going to be free, but I think there was a little bit of delay in getting that on the web. We have the sort of mini booklet for the Primaris Marines. So if you're not going to buy the indexes, then at least you can field the Primaris Marines here. So it's got all the data slates for the various models that come in the kit. So the captain here, for example, so you can see his power level and basic data slate, and then flick to the back for the individual points. Because for this edition, even though the character says he comes with a particular load of war gear, his points don't include it, so you're going to have to buy his set amount of war gear on top of his base cost. And that's going to be the theme across it, and I believe that's to do with the ability to rebalance points at a later date. So if his mastercrafted power weapon, for example, becomes overkill, we can adjust his points separately. So, and very similar there with the Death Guard book, exactly the same kind of format. The Lord of Contagion, for example, comes with his big mace jobby, but that's not including his core points. You have to add that on to his base points. So I think that's going to cause a little bit of confusion initially, with some equipment that's included and some that's not. Yeah, on top of that, we obviously have the instruction manual, and then the plethora of books. I'm glad only a couple of these are sort of stopgaps, but I've picked up the Imperial Armour ones. I have also ordered the Xenos ones as well now, so they're going to be coming in a delivery soon. And then, yeah, looking forward to seeing how bad the Forge World stuff is going to be. So that's going to wrap up my unboxing then. I'm sure it's very similar to others, but this one is mine. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It's much appreciated. And don't forget, I do have a 100 subscriber giveaway, and that's still running until next Saturday, so you've still got plenty of time to enter. But until then, I shall catch you on the next video.